Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Isa Beacon. Last time we had a discussion regarding org structure, SAP org structure. Now we will discuss today transactional data. So this is the continuation of my uh, educational series. I have published a 4 session, and you can see all the session over here. You can find in my YouTube channel. So without wasting a time, let's start the session, master data session, right? So last time we, one second. So last time we had we had covered organizational structure, where we discussed the company code, plant, and stored location, org structure, organization, purchasing org. So these are the things we have already discussed in our last session. And in session 5, we will introduce about the master data and transactional data. So this is the next step in SAP MM if you are learning. So there are very basic and very important steps in SAP MM. The master data and transactional data both are playing very crucial role in SAP system, not only in SAP system, in every system, master data and transactional data play a very important role. What is the master data and what is the transactional data? So basically, master data is contain all about the uh, organization master level information, and transactional data is just a daily basis transaction happening in the system. It's called the transactional data. It means just like a dynamic system, and it's used in daily. So I will explain you in next slide. Means very clearly. So I'm just giving a just borderline uh, description about the SAP master data and transaction data. So this is the next step after the organization structure. Once you know the organization structure, then the question will arise that what would be next. So the next step is we need to clearly understand about the SAP data, master data and transactional data. So here we will discuss thoroughly all the things. So let's get start the slide second. So here we can see that uh, SAP master data, vendor master data, purchasing record, source list, and quota arrangement. These are the basically master data. One second. See, these are the basically master data. Material master data, vendor master data, purchasing info record, and source list and quota arrangement. And green highlighted data like purchase requisition, purchase order, and GR and IR. This is the transactional data. So first of all, we need to clear about the master data and transactional data. So the master data is just contain a material, right? Master data explain itself. The master data, we are discussing about the master data. Suppose we want to purchase a laptop and mobile phone, anything XYZ. I'm not going to taking very long and very critical jargon related terminology. I'm just simply explaining that a master data. Suppose that we are purchasing a laptop and mobile. So basically, laptop and mobile is just a master data. So we need to create the material master. This is my material. So this is we need to create the material master in SAP system. Now, not only laptop and material. It could be anything. Suppose that tea, coffee, right? And raw material, scrap material, raw material, iron, rod, and anything iron, scrap, anything, right? Sheet, plastic sheet, aluminum sheet, etc. This is called the master data here. Now, vendor master data. What is the vendor master data? Vendor master data means, I'm saying it, suppose we are purchasing anything from the vendor or supplier, we need to create the certain master record. Basically, master data we did not change again and again. We never change again and again. It's just one time activity, and sometime we just do the changes in the master record. Otherwise, this is the one time activity. Suppose I need a mobile phone. Sorry, my bad. I need a mobile. What happened? I forgot the meaning of the mobile. Sorry, forgot that. Mobile phone, right? And second thing is car, pen, etc. Plastic and aluminum, iron, etc. Right? This is my the material. Right? Where I can purchase, so I can purchase the supplier. So I have a supplier, means Ram as a supplier, Ramesh Mesh as a supplier, Suresh as a supplier, Kareem as a supplier. So these are the suppliers. Supplier 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the our supplier. So first of all, we need to create the master record in the system as a supplier master. So we need to put the details in SAP system. We need to create the master record. In their master record, we need to put the information. Suppose Ram in Delhi, right? Ramesh living in Lucknow, and Kareem is living in Ghaziabad. Suresh is living in UK. So this kind of the information we need to put in the system, like GST number, correct? Postal code number, and etc. We need to put here in vendor master record. Similarly, in material master record, we need to put the all the kind of things like unit of measurement. Unit of measurement means what is the means when we are keeping the stock in our storage location. So first of all, we need to identify the base unit of the material. Suppose we have a petrol, right? So the petrol unit is liter. So same thing, we need to identify the unit of the material as per the material characteristics. Now, similarly, the next is your purchase info record. What is the purchase info record? This is also the master data. All the things you are seeing over here in black column, black box, these are the master data in SAP MM. Alright, do not bother, I will explain you in next slide what is the difference between the master data and transactional data. Basically, master data is just a record of the particular material, vendor, and the system related things, and it is not the dynamic. It's just a one time activity, or might be we can change the description and so on, but we are not creating a multiple time. Suppose we have created the one bottle, so we will not create the multiple time one bottle. Suppose we have created the Bugatti one time, so we will not create the material master as Bugatti multiple times. So we can change the things. We can change the means subject. We can change the unit of measurement. We can change the basic things in the material master, but we will not change any other specific thing, and we are not create the multiple time. Now, similarly, purchase info record basically contain the material master record plus vendor record, right? This called the purchase info record. Means suppose that we have a material iron, right? And the supplier is Ram. So here we need to create the purchase info record where we will put the both things in info record. We need to put the material and vendor details. So the combination of the material and vendor details is called a purchase info record. Suppose same material. Why we create the info record? Suppose a material M, right, coming from vendor 1, vendor 2, vendor 3. So similarly, we need to create the info record 1 INF, info record 2, info record 3. Do not bother that. I will explain you each and everything when we are going to in GIS screen correctly. I am just explaining you the cream level information to you so that you can understand easily when we are going to SAP screen and we are executing the transaction, we are doing the process, so you can catch each and everything. That's why I'm explaining over here. So similarly, info record, so material 1 and vendor 1 material for same material, vendor 2 same material for vendor 3. Suppose we are purchasing a one material, single material from different supplier, right? So do not bother about vendor and supplier, both are common, right? Both are common. Sometime I will use supplier, sometime I will use vendor, so do not bother, do not confuse that, both are same. So we are purchasing a same material material M from vendor 1, vendor 2 and vendor 3. So basically every vendor having a different information. Suppose that I am just giving you a simple example. I am purchasing a material from vendor 1 10 rupees and $10, but the vendor 2 giving me $9, right? Vendor 3 is giving me $8, right? So this information we store in the info record. So that's why we create the purchase info record. Means whenever we are going to create the purchase, when we are going to purchase the material, the system automatically pick the material price. If I'm selecting the vendor 2, system will select automatically the purchasing price 9, and whenever I am going to select the vendor 3, system purchased automatically price 8. Similarly, source list. Source list is just a master record where we approve the vendor for each material. It's just approval of, means not type of approval. We just put the in source list purchasing organization detail where we are purchasing, and vendor details and material details info record. Quota arrangement. Quota arrangement just is we are splitting the source. Suppose that we have vendor 1, vendor 2, vendor 3, right? Quota, it's explained itself. We are just giving the quota to the vendor. Means suppose that we want to purchase the material, 50% purchasing the material, giving the privilege to vendor 1, 30% for 2 and 20% for this. We are just splitting the source for backup, right? Now all rest of the So basically I'm going to back, means the master record, we are maintaining the details of the material in master record. Vendor record, we are just putting the information which is related to the vendor, right? Info record was the combination information of material master plus vendor master. Source list and quota arrangement, we are just splitting the things. We are splitting the vendor uh, source. 50% I will purchase from the 50%, I will purchase 30%, and I will purchase 20%. So basically we are just splitting in quota arrangement. We will discuss broad level and deep level when we are starting the transactional uh, process, and when we are going to change, when we are going to explain all the things on GUI, SAP GUI screen, right? So here the green, right? So once again, this, one second, this, this, and this. These are the master record, master data. Once again, this, and this. Master data, right? And this, the transactional data, right? So transactional data means we are, it's a dynamic, and we are just repeating, uh, just like a dynamic, and as per the business requirement we are raising the multiple time. So it can change the multiple change, we can create the multiple time. Purchase requisition means it's just an incident. Suppose I want mobile, right? I want what is the issue with my pen here? I want car, cycle, and etc. So first of all, I need to create the incident in system. This is the internal things. This is the internal things. So before I am going to purchase the things, first of all, we need to create the incident. We need to raise the request. We'll just call the request. So we cannot create the request in paper and copy. We need to just raise the request in system, right? So once the purchase requisition is created, then we create the purchase record, purchase order number, and that purchase order number sent to the vendor. And once the material received, we do the GR, and after GR, we do the invoice verification, IR, and the payment. So these are the things. Now we will go to the next slide. So the material master in SAP core module, the SAP ERP that handle all the procurement and inventory functionality. So material master we use for procurement. When we are procuring anything, we cannot. So suppose that I have a pencil or pen, right? So we cannot create multiple time material master. We can just open the single material master, right? And I can purchase multiple time to it. Procurement, inventory, where we are maintaining the stocks. Suppose that I am requesting 1,000 of pen, and this pen we need to place somewhere else in the plant. So this is the inventory management valuation. what is the price of the pen, right? Price of the pen. Suppose that I have already explained you the valuation means split in at the means plant level and company code level. So basically we recommended the plant level. Plant level, why we recommend the plant level? Because suppose sometime Delhi plant, sometime Delhi plant having a value 10 rupees, but Lucknow plant having a same pen value 9 rupees, right? Integration, the material used for multiple integration, suppose FI, CO, PP, SD and WM module. So we will discuss later. Now, what is the difference between material master and transactional master? What is the difference between, right? So in material master, so we can see that master data and transactional data. So I have already explained you about the master data and transactional data. It is created in one time, not repeatedly, right? But transactional data we can create repeatedly. Suppose we need to raise one ticket like that. Suppose we have a issue, so similarly we just raise the ticket. Same time we same as we, if we have a requirement of the material, we need to raise the request as a indent or purchase requisition, right? Is the relative stable and relay or changes? Yeah, we can change the changes and we can also change the data. Suppose that we put the quantity 10 in for purchase record, purchase in means purchase requisition. We can just suppose that first of all we create the PR, right? 10 quantity, right? But I realized that I felt that I need a quantity 5, so I can change it. Suppose if you raise anything and you can change. Now, purchase order, it's also are your transactional data. Invoice document, it's also transaction data. Any movement type, it's your transactional data, right? Info record, material master, info record, quota arrangement, these are also a master data. So simply master data is contain the record of material, vendor, and anything which is related to transaction and which is related to one time activity. It's called the master data because it's just a main data, right? Now material master, so in SAP, so might be you will confuse transaction code. Transaction code is a different thing. Transaction code, I will just explain you. Do not bother again the transactional record, transactional data, and master data. And one more thing, I forgot to explain you the important things. Why we say the data? Because everything we are maintaining in either master data and transactional data. So all the things store in tabular form in table, right? Suppose material M, material M2, M3, all the detail is storing in the table, right? These are the data storing table. Similarly, in transactional record, suppose that we are raising the request for material purchasing. So these are also things PR1, PR2, and PR3. It's up to me. I can purchase the multiple time things, right? If I need a requirement of the material M multiple times, so I can raise the purchase requisition multiple time, right? So these all are the things stored in the table, right? It's a very important terminology and very important thing. I will explain you in separate session use of the table, right? So transaction code is just a shortcut of execution, shortcut of execution, right? To create the material master. This is MM01. This is the code. Once you put the MM01, system will pop up the screen and you can just put the details and your material master will be create. Similarly, MM02, so first one is creation, two is change, and third is display. And this is the report. Report means you can see all the material master. You can see all the material master in one go, right? In one go. You get all the detail, all the material master. You can see the in one go, plant wise. And this is the nature of material type. This is the raw material, semi-finished material or finished material, trading material and service material, right? Raw material means suppose that we are purchasing a iron sheet, right? So iron sheet, and after making iron sheet, after purchasing iron sheet, we are creating a car, correct? We are creating a car, right? This is the semi-finish. This is the ROH, and this is a semi-finish HALB, right? And once the car is completed with all the things, light, etc, right? This is the semi-finish. Sorry, finish. So this is the semi-finish, and this is the finish, and this is the raw material. Raw material means a raw. We just purchasing a sheet, and after purchasing a sheet, we are doing the manufacturing on that sheet. We are doing the operation on that sheet, and we turn that sheet into the a body, right? It's called a semi-finish, and once the complete car is completed, then it's called as a finished product, right? Trading product is simple that I just purchase one pen and sell to different party as same as without doing any job and operation, right? So it is called a trading material. We purchase X and sell X, right? These are the key identification in the material master. So in material master, you can give the alphanumeric code. We cannot suppose that we have a pen, right? We have a 3 pen, pen 1, pen 2. So in pen 1, we will put the details as per the characteristics. Suppose we have a Parker pen, we have a dot pen, and we have a ink pen. So as per the characteristics, we create the master record. So we cannot create as simple as pen and so on. So first of all, as per the industrial norms, we need to put the specific suppose P0001, P0002, P0003. This is the code. So we can just clearly identified alphanumeric number. This is a material master and which is related to pen and so on, right? And the description. In description, you can just put the complete details about the pen, right? Suppose we have a blue pen, we have a red pen, we have black pen. So same detail we can put the in description. Unit of measurement. Suppose that we have each liter, kg and so on as per the material characteristics we can put. And material group we will discuss later broadly. A material group is nothing, is just a bifurcation for the material, so we can find the easily in reporting. Material master data. So once we are creating a material master data, so system show the pop-up screen, and you have to put the details as per the material. First is basic details. In basic details, you will have to maintain the unit of measurement, material description, name, volume, etc, right? And purchasing view. So different views are comes in the material master. As per the view, you will have to put the details as per the business. In purchasing view, you will have to put the purchasing group, purchase order unit, GRN processing time, how much time it will take during the GRN, right? MRP means when you are going to manufacturing of the material, so we will have to put the MRP related details like uh, material type, lot size, safety stock planning, because it will be very helpful when we are creating a automation and we are running the MRP. General plant data. This materials belongs to which plant? Suppose we have a 10 plant, but this materials belongs to only 2 plants. So this kind of the detail we need to put in this record. Accounting view. Based on the accounting view, we will have to put the price, right? And valuation class. Valuation class is type of GL we will discuss, right? And this all the things, all the value, expense, loss, etc, everything is goes to the GL. And the price control V and S. V like S. We will discuss also later V and S. V mainly use for moving average price and S is standard, right? Mostly S used for finished product and raw material we use the moving average price. We will discuss all the things when we are creating a material master record in the SAP system. Alright. Now sales journal plant data. Basically in sales journal plant data, sales related data we need to put means sales related information we need to put in material master record. Quality, suppose we have created the one material and we create the fresh material, right? Now we need to test the quality department. So based on the quality department, we need to put the certain kind of the details in the material master. Warehouse, which warehouse is associated with material, so same thing we need to put. So basically these are the views, these are all the views, right, which is pertaining to material master. Suppose we are creating a material master, so these are views pop up, and as per the material characteristics, as per all the things, you will have to put the information over here. Next. So basically our basic master record, basic general data description is client level, accounting view for reporting as a company. This is a very important things. So interviewer asked all the things. It's a very important things. So accounting view related to plant level, manufacturing, purchasing, which is related to plant level. Sorry, accounting view and financial data related to things is company code level. Manufacturing, plant, organization level, plant, store location, production level is the plant level. Store location, warehouse level, and sales related data. So this is the standard price and moving average price. Material having a two type of price control, right? First is standard and in moving average price. So basically this is the very important formula which is I'm highlighting over here, right? This is the formula, and this formula is asked in interview, right? Interviewer always asks the formula which is related to moving average price. What is the moving average price? First thing, and the second question is what is the formula of the moving average price, right? So standard price, basically standard price is a standard costing estimation, and this is the fixed price, right? And moving average price, suppose material M, right? So leave it, you will confuse more. So I will explain you later whenever we are means showing the transaction, no? So we will show you all the things. So basically just simple that material price is split to price control. We control the price basically of two indicator, price control material price control S price control indicator V. Basically S is fixed, right? S is fixed and V is changed as per this formula, right? So the standard price basically, which is related to finished product, but in moving average price, which is related to raw material, trading material, we can put. So what is the price of how can we find the material price and how this the price is changed? Suppose that the old value is 10 rupees plus you do the GRN, right? 10 rupees and the total quantity is 2. Then the moving average price would be uh, 10 rupees. This is the price control. Suppose the old value is 20 and new value is 50 and the quantity is 20. Now the price become uh, 75, 35, right? So material price change 35. This came after the first GRN. GRN matlab good, GRN means good received once you receive the material, and second price came GR good receipt second time. Now third time GRN third time you purchase third time 35 plus and you purchase the new price on with the new value is 35 rupees, right? And the quantity is 10. So is 70 and 10 because the quantity is increased. Now your price become 7 price, right? So this is the moving average price in V. Where we use the moving average price? Only raw material, trading material, etc. As S is a standard price, it will not change automatically, right? Because moving average price every time whenever you are purchasing a material, one time you purchase a material, so price is 10 rupees. Again you purchase the material with X amount, the purchasing price change in 25 rupees. Then you again purchase the material with price 25 rupees as per the formula and as per as you are means as per the formula and as per as you are purchasing a material, system has changed the price, moving average price. This is the moving average price. Just take the average of the price, right? And this is the very important thing for interview question, very important things. So user just means not user means interviewer asks the means what is the price control first thing, and second thing what is the difference between a standard price and moving average price. So you can just explain to him over here. Vendor master record. Similarly, we had we have discussed regarding a material master. Now we are going to discuss about the vendor master. Similarly, as we create the material in the system, similarly we will have to create the vendor master in the SAP system. Means vendor related record. Suppose I am a vendor, so I'm belongs to India and I'm from to Delhi. So this kind of the information we need to put in the vendor master record. So similarly, we will have to maintain the vendor wise records. We have a 10 vendor, so we will have to maintain the 10 records in the SAP system so that we can just clearly identify that which vendor and what kind of the vendor existing in the system and what kind of the vendor uh, we can purchase from the material and we can get the service from the material. Suppose vendor A is supplying raw material. vendor A vendor A supplying raw material, but vendor B might be he is giving a AC maintenance services, right? So he is not purchasing a raw material. He is not giving a he is not giving a material. He's just providing a service. Suppose that uh, doctor service, insurance service, that kind of the service means he just taking the services charges. So he's not means uh, he's not giving to anything in physical form. It's just giving a consulting, right? So how we can identify it based on the master record? Simply we can identify it. This is the service material, as is a service vendor, and service non-service vendor. This is a supplier, and this is a service, right? Now, client data. Basically, first of all, we need to put the vendor name, address, phone number, email address, bank detail, and industry type. Right? And second things is at company code level, we will have to maintain the reconciliation account, means GL. Suppose we have a GL. This is a financial terminology 0001. Suppose this is the code. So in financial year 1 or quarter in financial quarter first, I have purchased 1000, and for vendor 2 we have purchased 5000. So based on the GL, we can identify how much price we have purchased from the vendor, right? Organization details means currency and Incoterms, etc., right? So these are the basic of the vendor details, and the vendor could be a standard vendor, our domestic vendor, foreign vendor, one-time vendor, and collective vendor. Info record. So basically we have already explained you about the info record. So here info record, we will put the material and vendor related details in info record. In info record, we can just put the standard, basically 4 type of info record: standard, subcontracting, pipeline, and consignment. As per the business scenario we will discuss, I will explain you broadly. But basically in info record, this is the very important question: how many type of the info record? Interviewer asks you question, you can just say 1 standard, 2, 3, and 4. Basically in the standard info record, we can just put the material and vendor related details over here, right? Like that means what kind of detail we need to put means the price system will fit automatically when he will provide the material, plant delivery date, how much quantity, minimum and maximum quantity, and last order of the date, and etc. Source list. Source list basically is the combination of the material, plant, and validity. We in this source list we can just put the details and basically do not bother these things because it will use the maximum. This is the source list used in MRP. So we will discuss later. All right. So basically in source list we will just put the material, plant, validity date with supplier. Quota arrangement. Basically in quota arrangement we can just bifurcate the vendor. We can just split the vendor as per the quota. This is the quota rating, right? And we can just split the procurement for a material, different supplier. So allocated quantity, base unit quantity, and quota. Based on this, system is bifurcate the 50%, 30%. So in 50% we will purchase. Suppose that we need a 100 kg of the vendor, 100 kg of, we need 1000 kg from the vendor 1, 2, 3. So similarly, as per the quota, system bifurcate the uh, quantity to the vendor. 50% quantity means suppose 50%, that's mean we will purchase the quantity from the vendor 50%, and 30% we will purchase the quantity from the vendor B only 30%, right? And C, we will just purchase the quantity in 20%. Suppose that we need 1000 quantity, so as per the quota, system will allow automatically 500 kg quantity, 300 kg quantity, and 200 quantity based on the quota arrangement. quota arrangement is nothing. Do not bother about it. It just bifurcate the uh, quota quantity. Means suppose that as example over here we need 1,000 quantity. So you can see the vendor A, the quota we have allotted as per the quota matrix and as per the system 50%. So we need a 50% quantity from vendor A. So system will automatically fetch we are going to purchase requisition. So next topic would be P2P cycle. So if you think about that, this information is useful for you, you can just like and subscribe our channel so I can just improve myself to create the best content for you, for your knowledge, for your career, for your interview, and uh, we will we will provide you the uh, collective data so that you can just and modified and very trending data to you so that you can just learn all the things over here. Thank you, and just like and subscribe to my channel. Aisa Biko. Thank you so much.